Cameron County is delaying all court trials for 2 months. Meanwhile, people are sitting in jail unable to pay their bond, some saying their health could be at risk. There are no cases of COVID-19 at Carrizales Rucker Detention Center, but jails in Texas have more than 5,000 positive cases. With trials being delayed an additional 2 months, defense attorneys are calling on bonds to be reduced for low-level offenders to keep the jail population safe and prevent overcrowding.
Would be a good investment for the state or government at any level to ensure that every single inmate that is confined at any time is tested for COVID-19. Because if for whatever reason we start slipping through the cracks, it could happen overnight. We could be looking at a contagion at a rapid rate where innocent people could literally die because they were charged incorrectly or completely innocent.
According to the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, there are 36 presumed COVID-19 deaths and 29 cases are pending causes of death. Hundreds of soldiers will soon come back home to Texas from Korea. When they arrive, they'll go into a mandatory quarantine for 14 days. Veterans at the VFW Post 2410 are collecting goods to make their isolation a little easier. Local 23's Jeremiah Wilcox spoke to veterans and has more.
Graduated out of Rojondo in '97 and immediately joined the Marine Corps.
It's a homecoming VFW Commander Trey Viela knows well.
I've been stationed everywhere from California, Okinawa, Japan, Georgia, North Carolina, Biloxi, Mississippi.
From 2003 to 2009, he spent time overseas.
The experience and the hardships that the families have to go through.
And now he's looking to help soldiers coming home.
Initially, it was a 6-month deployment, but they got extended for 10 months due to the COVID. And because they're going to be in quarantine for 14 days, they don't have the opportunity to go out and purchase all these items.
Veterans are primarily collecting essentials, including towels, sheet sets, and pillows for when those 173 soldiers step back on American soil.
We don't know exactly where they're going to be staying. They're going to be staying in open squad bays or individual rooms and whatnot. So we're just trying to get everything that they would need so they can be as comfortable as possible.
Viela says it's a small gesture to help out his brothers and sisters.
That's just one of the things that you build with that bond, that unit cohesion with these other service members, you know, your brothers and sisters in arms, you know, that you want to look out for them the same way they looked out for you in the battlefield. And now that I'm not deployed, but they are, you know, you just want to give that a little bit back to them, be able to help them out.
In Harlingen, Jeremiah Wilcox, Local 23 News.
You can drop off donations at the VFW Post 2410 through June 10th. Today, the City of Hidalgo announcing the reopening of city parks effective immediately. While residents can walk and bike through parks, sports activities are still not permitted. Playgrounds are still closed and social distancing protocols will remain in effect. Edinburgh officials also planning on opening City Hall on Monday. City Hall hours will be from 8:30 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. Temperature checks will take place at the entrance for visitors. And as a safety measure, city officials are asking customers to make appointments before visiting City Hall. Mexico is running out of beer. The industry there is essentially shut down because of COVID-19. And as Local 23's Karina Vargas explains, it's forcing people to cross into the Rio Grande Valley to find some.
The beer shelves in Mexico are empty, and that's a boom for stores just on the U.S. side of the border.
Folks that are living across the border from us here in Reynosa, Matamoros, are basically coming to the United States to buy the beer that they need to consume at home.
Mexico shut down their beer production back in April with the government deeming it non-essential. And now that Mexico is running out of booze, beer distributors here in the valley are seeing the demand.
Any given day, we have about 500,000 cases of beer on the floor year-round, especially in the summer. Right now, we've basically reduced our inventory to about half of that. We're somewhere between 200 and 250,000 cases of beer on the floor.
Adrian Leal is the general manager at Glazer's Beer and Beverage. He explains a reason for the high demand and shortages of beer is because of panic buying.
So what people started doing is pantry loading. You know, they want to reduce the amount of times that they go to the grocery store, so they started buying larger quantities to keep at home obviously you're going to have less trips to the grocery store, but you're going to be buying more.
With more people on both sides of the border trying to get their hands on the alcoholic beverage, he assures us they're not running out of beer anytime soon. In McAllen, Karina Vargas, Local 23 News.
Some of the beers that sold out during the industry shutdown in Mexico included Corona, Modelo Especial, and Dos Equis. The Best Friends Animal Society in Abilene naming Michael Bricker as Director of Operations for the Shelter in Bed program. He worked closely with the team at PVAS to develop a new life-saving chapter for companion animals and one of the largest intake shelters in the country. Now, within 5 months of his arrival, PVAS' save rate increased from 34% to 54%.
3 out of every 10 animals were making it out alive when I first got here. It was really, the shelter was struggling. It was hard. This shelter gets in more animals than almost any shelter in the country, close to 30,000.
Bricker says they are now saving 9 out of every 10 animals. He will take over the interim director position on July 21st. Sea Valley businesses coming together to recognize our first responders. Lone Star National Bank and Peppers at Uptown will be serving lunch to the first 500 first responders that stop by their corporate office in McAllen tomorrow. That's taking place from 11 a.m. to 1 in the afternoon at 520 East Nolana Avenue. All first responders need to show is their ID.